Hey guys, so Tuesday chest day, baby. We're heading over there right now, and like I said, like I always say, feeling good, feeling strong. We're 3 meals deep so far, nice and early in the morning. Got a 7-Eleven replenish with me, and I'm excited because my boy Ethan said there was an incline press machine that I got to try there. Said it was the best thing ever. Said it was the best thing he's ever seen in the gym, except seeing me. That last part is my words, not his. But you can imagine, right? So looking forward to getting there, trying that piece out. What I'm thinking is I'm going to do my normal dumbbell presses into the decline hammers, and then go right into probably giving those a shot. Excuse me. I'm going to give those a shot. If I don't like them, then I'll go to my normal flex incline press. If I do like them, I'll stick with those today and see what feels better on my pec and my shoulder, because he said it worked really well for him when he had like a shoulder injury a while back. Now I'm wondering if he means more like the pec shoulder complex, that whole area. We didn't get the detail about it. He's like, you got to try this piece. I'm like, well, all right. That was that. It's kind of like when you're hanging out with your boys all night, and your girl asks you, she goes, "What'd you talk about?" I don't know. What do they do for work? I don't know. Are they in relationships? I don't know. It's like, well, then what were you doing all night? It's like, oh, we were just chilling. We were hanging out. And then she's just like, what are you talking about? They don't, the ladies, man, they don't get it. They don't get it. We're simple creatures. We can sit there, crack jokes all night, rip on each other, and be the best of friends. That's how it's meant to be, baby. Nice, short, sweet, to the point. So I'm going to give that incline flex piece, not flex, I'm going to give that incline press piece a try. If we don't like it, we'll go back to the incline flex piece. I don't see why we won't like it, But then again, I've never used it before, so it's hard to say, Beside that, there's no reason, like last week, we're going to have to skip the hex presses or those low pec fly things at the bottom of the cable, because the shoulder feels so much better. It's still a little drippy, not a little, it's still drippy, but not like it was last chest day, when it was still fresh as could possibly be. So we got a Band-Aid on there. Obviously, that's going to probably be the routine for a while, is Band-Aiding that shoulder up. I'm going through so many of them, it's not even funny. And what sucks is, like, I'm always putting them long ways, like this. Like that, right? And it's starting to rip the skin off because I keep having to change them all the time. So yesterday, this helped out a lot. Yesterday after the gyms, when I kind of realized this, is I'm just going to let it totally air dry throughout the day, just to give my skin, man, like a little bit of break. Let my skin catch itself up a bit, and just clean it throughout the day. Do what we got to do. But we have them this way today, like this. Whew. Just we had to give those sides of the where the sticky would be just a chance to relax. Keep ripping it off. It's not a happy camper. Not a happy camper right now, man. So that's the plan. We'd go in there, dumbbell presses, hammer declines, most likely that new pec piece. If we don't like it, the flex incline pec piece, right into dumbbell flies, hex presses, and then those lower pec things, Follow that with a little bit of core work. And baby, I think we're good. I think we're all set in that department, at least. You know, little core, little forearms. I'm trying to think what else, but I think we kind of nailed it. You know, I think we kind of nailed it, man. So I'm still fighting off a little bit of a head cold. You know, my body feels fine. It's just aggravating. You know, it's annoying. I blow my nose all day and whatever. It's just all dry and blech. You know, it's one of those things, man. But my dog is a herding breed. You know, so it's very instinctual for him to want to herd things, obviously. And just so we're clear, like, not hurt, want to herd, you know, because he's a sheep herding dog. Now, his herding habits are getting a little more intense, where he's like looking for something to herd, and you can kind of see it. He's a working dog, he's trying to work. So I'm thinking of getting a few chickens for the yard for him to get that herding out of him. And then, I mean, I get eggs, which is awesome, right? Big fan of that. I'm thinking about it. I need to see what the laws say in my area, if I'm even allowed. There's, like, technicalities with, like, isolated villages on Long Island. But I'm not in a village, so it should be fine. It's just whenever I look up my town, there's a village very close to it with the same name. Like the village of my town, or just my town. Now, whenever I look up my town, I keep getting the notes for the village of said town. And the village is they're like, you cannot have chickens, end of conversation. But regular town laws of the state are pretty much just like, you can have a certain amount per square footage. So, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, baby. I think it'll be a fun thing, you know? Once things settle down a little bit, pick up a couple chickens. That could be a good time. One of them bites me, then I get put them in the air fryer, you know? I'm just kidding. A little bit. You know? That's my thing this week. I'm like, you know, I might legitimately get chickens. You know, I have the yard for it for sure. Where I'm living right now, so that works. But I need to make sure that I'm allowed to in my area, because the lady that lives next to me, and I know she'll never see this, so it's fine, but she's a hard ass when it comes to like calling the town on people. She's like 90, you know what I mean? It's just kind of all she has to do all day is just look over my fence and be like, you know, your weeds are a little long. I'm like, yeah, lady, sorry. You know, it's March, February, whatever it is. My bad. Didn't realize they were even growing right now. But are you just that bored? You know? Freaking people, man. Freaking people. But that's the mission right now. Is we're gonna head in there, have an awesome chest workout. I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride for the that new pec piece for sure. I keep talking about it. I'm sure you want to at least see what it is. I want to see what it is, because I've never actually used it before. I'm so habitual with like what I do in the gym. For the most part, you know, I jump around once in a while just to play with things, but like a kid in a candy shop. But in terms of like my training, I'm so habitual in what I do because I know it works for me that I really never deviate. And what's funny is sometimes when you deviate a little bit because you had to one day, you end up finding like a new favorite piece. So, you never know, man. That could be today, or I could hate it. But one thing's for certain, and that is that we're going to be there in a little bit. We're going to obliterate this chest day, have some effort behind it, just like I did my back day yesterday, and it is all kinds of sore, baby. I'm sure as hell feeling it. And on that note, I'll see you inside, guys. Let's get after it. This is that incline flex piece I was telling you about, that my buddy told me to try. Tucked away in the corner, which is nice. I spent a little time figuring out what heights I wanted these things at, with no weight on it, to see what was comfortable for my shoulder. It's pretty smooth. So, to start, I just threw a quarter on each side. I'm sure it's going to be too light, but more so I just want to feel the mechanics under load, see how we feel, and from there, man, assuming everything feels good, I'm sure we're going to go up. Ugh. Kind of playing with my elbows a little bit, seeing if I like it more in or out. That's where we started nice and light, you know? What I do like about this piece, a little more than that flex incline, is it's like unilateral. So, should I choose to, I can do one arm at a time, and it forces it to stabilize everywhere a little bit more. That was nice, smooth and light. We're gonna, I'm gonna put a plate on, see how it feels. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, and I just need to gauge how rapidly the weight goes up on this piece. So we'll slap a plate on. All goes well, we'll probably put 2 plates on right afterwards. But I just want to understand the mechanics of it a little bit better first. You know, it's like dipping your toes in, not knowing if there's piranhas in there or not. Not afraid of the cold, afraid of piranhas. Alrighty, slap the plate on there. Didn't take much rest, kind of at all. The quarter didn't tax us. We're just, we're learning right now, man. Make sure to make a note of where I like these things. There's a lot of adjustments on this piece. I'm sure it'll feel good. Let's get a real feel for it, you know? I'm not even gonna waste my time. We're going up. We're going up. You know what? I'll keep you guys here for it. Let's slap 2 on there. That felt basically the same as the quarter did. All right. 2 plates. Okay, now we're working with some weight. That was a lot better. We're gonna keep that as the max set today, because this shoulder's still super tight from not moving it for 2 weeks once it was in a sling. But I will say, excuse me, I was able to push this one with a bit more intensity. God, I'm burping like crazy there. Without aggravating my shoulder than I was able to on that piece. So this I mean, that felt great. A great squeeze on it. Ethan, if you're watching this, thank you, brother. If you're not watching it, what the hell, man? But this is gonna be a new staple for the workout. Good shit. Good shit. This is what I was talking about. Where when you decide to try new things, you end up finding new ones you love, man. It's been a minute since I've trained abs, and it's showing. So I'm not going crazy today because I want to make sure they're not cramping up when I'm posing or when I bend over to pick my bag up. But we still gotta hit them. And fortunately, there's people in the posing room right now. So as soon as we finish up with these, we're gonna shoot in there. Oh, might be a perfect little trifecta. You know, it's a good sign to start training our abs again. Ooh. Ooh. We'll give it one good set of those and call it a day. But we already did the rope crunches, so we trained those upper abs already. Now we're taking some time isolating those lower abs. There's no reason to skip to a second clip because you don't take a lot of rest in between this. So just give me a moment. And we're back at it. Ooh. You know, it's not a lot of oxygen being taxed doing these. We're not pulling a lot of CNS strain. We're just kind of beating ourselves up a little bit. Ooh. 2, 3. That was good. We're gonna mosey our way into the posing room and, well, see what's going on today. Whoo! What's going on, guys? So, I gotta angle this camera down a little bit. Maybe there we go. There we go. So, what's going on, guys? Chest day is finished. I just had a long conversation with some new friends in here from Spain. Man, one of the coolest things is how bodybuilding just connects people around the world, man. You know, and it sounds silly because, you know, there's language barriers and stuff, but of course they speak English. I don't speak fluent Spanish because we just learn our own language over here in the States. But, you know, it's a beautiful thing, hitting the same poses, cheering each other on, and that iron brotherhood, that kinship. Doesn't matter where you go on this planet, it's still there. So hopefully I didn't cool down a little bit too much. We got the mics on. I almost didn't have them on for a second. Let's see what we look like. Okay. Alrighty. Chest is looking nice and solid today. So you had to change the position of that Band-Aid I was telling you, because it's all red over here from just constantly ripping it off. Leggies, can we see my leggies in the camera? Yes, we can. All right. What are we working with today? Not bad. A little flat, which is ironic because I upped my carbs yesterday, but I think my body is just burning through food, man.
I'd say that's not a bad quickie posing session. I mean, very careful not to let an ab cramp kick in. Because I can feel them like, hey, we're going to come in. But man, on that note, I'm going to turn you guys back on in the car. I'm going to stretch, then turn you guys back on in the car. Talk about all the specifics of the workout today, what went up, what went down, what went blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you there.
Man, did I ever tell you guys a story of the biggest waste of time in my life? Well, it happened 5 minutes ago when I put my hoodie on this beautiful day. Oh my God. I stepped outside, it's like 55 degrees out, post-workout, so that touch of crispness just, oh, man, it feels good. So what's going on, guys? Chest day is finished up. Had a great workout today. It's nice to be able to, well, really get back after it, you know? My left pec, the one I hurt a long time ago, was feeling great today. It's been feeling good for a long time. Honestly, the right one's been tighter. But, the only thing, that hindered us today was some tightness in my right shoulder. And that's because it was in a sling for 2 weeks, you know, it wasn't moving. Nothing was happening with it. Aside that, man, we obliterated it today. We had a great lift. The weight was down a little bit. Ironically, we upped our carbs too yesterday, but the weight was down a smidge. So, you know, we're gonna fluctuate here, there, and everywhere. But I mean, you know what that means. It means we gotta eat even more food. You know, you gotta eat big to get big, right? It's the name of the game, that's what they say, that's what I say. That's what Rich Piana said. And baby, it's a tale as true as old as time, right? So we're gonna shut these windows, we're not listening to that. Turn on the AC, way down. Oh, that'll be nice. All right. Whew. And we got a busy day planned for you guys. You know, I had a lot of people who were reaching out to me asking for online coaching. And I have a very select few people that I do it for right now because I'm pretty busy. But I might open it up. I gotta redo my website first, make it all pretty again. But I might open it up to general population, at least for a bit, you know, because I am finding I have a bit more time now to help out, and man, I hate sitting around. So I'm teetering on that idea. We also got some big things coming soon. Some big things coming summer 2020. This is 2024, right? Yeah, summer 2024. We got some big things coming for you guys. Not just you guys. This is for the world. But you know, we're not going to know more about that until my site's up when we do pre-orders. So we'll do pre-orders for that. But that's a secret until you guys get to see it. Whew. Probably, I'm sure we'll do a giveaway on here too for said thing. But man, aside that's where we're at now, right now, baby. You know, I forgot my plan was to get a haircut today, so I didn't bring a post-workout meal with me, and I'm starving. So haircut is gonna have to wait because John has to eat. Fortunately, you know, I don't look like shit. It's just slightly longer than I like it to be. So we'll manage with this for a little bit. And I'm finding that the more I record with the mic, like on my beanie, right? The quality of the audio is so much better than when it's on here. It's not bad. Although if I move my head down here, you can see it got a lot louder real quick. If I move it over here, it's not as loud. Over here, maybe a little bit. It's a little inconsistent. But I'm not wearing a beanie all day because it's hot out. You know, I couldn't wear a beanie all day in the dead of winter, let alone as the summer approaches us, or spring, or whatever you want to call it, the warmer weather, right? So it's kind of funny because I thought about this at the time where I'm like, you know, I want to invest more into this channel. And of course, as soon as I said that out loud, my phone started sending me ads for Nikon to get like a fancy camera. And man, I would love to. I would love to do that. I don't know enough about cameras to make that selection properly. But I saw ads for one and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll get this one. And then I saw that you couldn't plug a mic into it, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't get that one. You know? But footage-wise, you know, we're good. You know, the quality's not bad. At least I don't think so. It would be way more convenient to have a camera, because whenever I wanted to film something in the gym or somewhere out, I wouldn't have to take my headphones out and un-Bluetooth them and then re-Bluetooth these and stuff. So it would be a little convenient, but it's not necessary. To tell you the truth, what I think is more of a necessary investment is a nice hat, you know? Because we're not doing anything fancy. You know, we're not trying to make wild, crazy videos for you guys. That's not my thing. Not my scene, not my style. I'm just out here wanting to hang out with you guys, bring you along for the journey of my life and bodybuilding, and give you something to watch every day, you know? Where you can sit down at the end of the day, have one of your meals, and just tack a video on. That's all about fitness and bodybuilding and what you love to do, and man, like I always say, just live the lifestyle together, baby. You know? It's what it's about. It's what it's about, man. So, man, everything's good. Everything's good. I have no idea why I'm in traffic right now. It's 1 o'clock on like the most open parkway in the world. And it's not like I know why it's traffic, but it's not like it's like a lot of cars traffic. It's just, I'm in the left lane, someone's doing like 60. And then the right lane was like a work truck, which was doing like 40. And then the total right lane, you know, the ran a light at me, and the total right lane was like a, you know, a big, wasn't a dump, it was like a big dump truck sort of deal, you know, one of those things. And they were doing the speed limit, God forbid. Whew. But we broke out of that, because I was going slow for a while. I'm like, why the, this wasn't paying attention, I was just talking to you guys. And I'm like, why the fuck am I going so slow? But we're free now. Free on the open road. I can't get over this day, man. It's beautiful outside. You know, the gloom and doom of the gray skies appears to be over. I'm excited to go outside, hang out with the pup, run around with him a little bit. That's my cardio. I run back and forth with the puppy for a couple times until I'm out of breath. Which, you know, when you're bulking like this, doesn't take very long. Excuse me. Ooh. So let's talk about what happened during the workout today, right? So last week, like I said, we grabbed the 120s. We only touched about 4 reps. Then we had to stop because I could just tell something was a little bit off. So today we picked the 120s back up. I was pissed. I'm like, I always warm up with the 40s, right? Because the first thing I do for chest is I grab the 40s, do the dumbbell presses, and I go for like 15 reps. No problem. From the 40s, this is what I get for not looking at my book. Because I went right to the 80s. And I'm like, why do these feel so heavy and awkward today? It's because I missed that set in between, where I'll grab like a pair of 60s and just rep out another 15. Because that'll warm up my muscle more, warm up my triceps, my pecs, my elbows, my shoulders, my rotator cuff, everything. So I missed that big warm-up set and threw on some, 80-pound dumbbell presses, an adequate weight. And I realized that after the fact. I'm like, God damn it, this is what happened. When I was writing it down in the book, I'm like, oh, That's what I missed. So that's what I get for not looking at it. Ugh. I'm all congested, so I'm not getting enough air in. That's why I'm yawning so much. Because I slept great last night. At least I think I did. So from that 80s, I mean, obviously we were warming up after that. I went and I was debating. I'm like, I felt my shoulder a teeny bit. I'm like, should I grab the 120s today? Should I not? And I was like, fuck it, I'll grab the 120s. If I don't feel, something doesn't feel right, I'll stop. Grab the 120s. Same thing. Felt a little something in my shoulder where it was nothing that would hinder us, you know? So I was going, once I got to the 7th rep or so, I was feeling a teeny bit more, where it was consistent. It wasn't more pain, it was just like, hey, we're still here. So I said, you know what? That's it for that set. Because I didn't want to mess up the rest of my workout from that. But it was just super, not really my pec, just my shoulder itself was super tight all day. It's been tight in general, but as I was training chest, it was just really tight. Because, like I said, you know, it's been pretty much slinged up or slinged over for 2 weeks. And we're easing all those tight stretch marks out. And not to mention, there's literally still stuff in my shoulder that didn't dissipate yet. And it'll take some time. But, you know, that's going to make it tight by itself simply because there's stuff in there. And it doesn't belong in there, right? So it's tightening to begin with. Literally tightening. Not even just like a tight muscle. It's literally tightening because it's pushing it against the skin. So from there, oh my God. Yeah, post-workout, my body's just like, we gotta get some air back in you, dude. After the dumbbell presses, we went over to the decline hammer. 1 plate, no problem. 2 plates, no problem. 3 plates. Treated it like a work set again because I could tell once I got under that 3 plates, same thing. Felt the shoulder tightness a little bit. And I knew it, like, it's not a 4-plate kind of day. So I repped it out like a full set, which was great. Felt solid. From there, I tried and filmed, so you saw it all. That new incline piece. It wasn't Arsenal Strength. It was one of those brands. It had the Olympia logo on it. But man, that was a smooth piece. My buddy Ethan recommended it to me. He makes a lot of videos and stuff. He's a good dude, good people. And I was playing with that today instead of the bilateral incline flex piece. You know, what was cool was that it was single. It was, you know, it was unilateral. It was singles. So if I wanted to push up just the right side, I could. Left up, I could. But more importantly, I was able to train those stabilizers while I was doing the heavy presses. And you saw, you know, we were playing with the weights, seeing what we could use, what we couldn't use, and where it was gonna tap us out, if you will. I don't need to go over that because you saw what happened. All good. Dumbbell flies after that. Dumbbell flies always go well, man. My body works well with them. They love that angle. They love that squeeze. So 25s, 35s, 45s, nice smooth contractions. Everything felt great. From there, went over to the hex presses. Excuse me. Oh my God. Back over to the hex presses. A couple smooth sets of that. God, this guy didn't plan this very well. It's never good to back out onto a busy road, you know. It's a little chancy, if you will. But anyway, hex presses, they felt good. It was nice. We couldn't do those last week because of the shoulder, so this week it was nice to put them back in. We finally threw abs back into my routine, which I've been skipping them for a little longer than I should have been. Not a long time, but enough because I don't like doing that, you know. So we started with the rope crunches, did 2 good sets of that. Nothing to crazy total failure because I knew if I pushed it really, really hard, my abs would cramp right up. And if you've ever had an ab cramp, you don't want to have an ab cramp. They're day ending. They mess you up. So did those, went over, did those lower pec flies. From there, went to leg raises, do some more lower ab work. We filmed those as well. Just 2 quick sets, nothing crazy, 10 reps a pop. Posing room, Met some friends from Spain. They weren't my friends before, now they're my friends. That's how this works, baby. Making friends everywhere we go. Around the world. But, you know, after that, man, here we are. I gotta figure out what kind of hat I want. You know? I have enough stuff that says Powerhouse on it. So I'm not really looking for one of those. They're nice hats. But I'm not looking for one of those just because I don't know, maybe, but I just have so much stuff that says Powerhouse on it, you know? It's like half my wardrobe. It's half my training wardrobe, which is really the only wardrobe I count. I'd love one with like a steak, like a black one with like a steak emoji in the middle. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. If you find one of those, you let me know. Sorry, bud. You know, I wish there was something a little more polite than honking the horn, because the dude was texting in front of me, and it happens. You know, we miss lights once in a while, doing something stupid, not paying attention, and a horn is like, hey, go, motherfucker, go. Even if it's a little tip-tap. You know, I wish I had like a loud R2-D2. Just to, like, just get someone's attention back to reality, you know, snap them back in. Be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, it's green. We're good. Maybe like a hawk. The sound of a hawk is just a caw right there. You know? Maybe I'm out of my damn mind. That's a very real possibility, too. But anyway, hats. So a hat with like a steak emoji, like a black one with like a steak emoji in the middle, that'd be pretty cool. I like how minimalist that would be, you know. Or something like a I want to say black because I'm not good at matching anything. So if I get like a blue hat or like a dark blue hat or something, I'll still wear like red with it, and it's just not gonna look right. It's gonna look funny. So, like maybe like a black with like a slightly brighter, like American flag, kind of going over one of the sides of it. You know, not just like right there where the steak emoji would have been, but just kind of like a faded one across the whole thing. You know, that might be pretty cool. I don't know. I've never looked for hats, ever. I have one hat at my house. It was from my buddy's restaurant, Roslyn Social, which is no longer there. And I would wear that. But for some reason it doesn't fit me. I remember trying one day and it didn't fit. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then my buddy gave me a hat from that 5% supplement company. It just says Kill It on there. It's a flat top. But I don't think I'm cool enough to get away with flat tops. It's not really, you know, I don't think it fits John too well. I think I just need a regular old baseball cap of some kind. And we'll find it. I'm sure it'll scream out to me one day, and I'll pick one up. But it'd be nice to have just for overall consistency of audio. You know, because the mics are fine, the mics are good. Could they be better? Sure. But camera's fine, camera's good. Could it be better? Sure. But it's all consistent, you know. The only inconsistency is where I put this thing. You know, the beanie's been solid, the beanie's good. But I hate wearing a beanie all over the place, especially, once again, as it gets warmer out. You know, this is the last, I'm already hot all day to begin with. Last thing I need is a beanie on. So, man, we're approaching home now. Be back in a little bit. And on that note, we have a nice rest day tomorrow, which is good because I have a lot of things not in the gym related to get done tomorrow. So we'll bang that out. And I'll see you then. If you watch this video and you can before tomorrow, let's say, leave a comment on if you want, what kind of topic you want to hear tomorrow. What kind of topic you want to hear about. Because I have a couple in the back end that I'm waiting to throw at you guys. But if there's something that's bothering you guys now or quick questions, send them my way, baby. And on that note, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys take advantage of this beautiful weather. And from this moment forward in your day, I don't care if you've skipped meals today. None of my business. But from this moment on, man, I don't want you to skip one more meal. Take your food, run with it, eat more, eat big to get big, baby, right? And I'll see you tomorrow.